Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a phenomenon that's quietly taking over our shopping carts and social media feeds. It's called science exploitation. We're going to pull back the curtain on how brands use fake science to sell us wellness, and more importantly, how you can protect yourself from the illusion of efficacy. Now, we are living in an area where buyers prioritize scientific evidence more than ever. However, a fascinating 2021 study revealed a brutal truth that people who trust science are actually more likely to share false claims if they contain scientific references. In other words, we aren't falling for magic. We are being tricked by the illusion of scientific sounding buzzwords. This brings us to our core concept. The term science exploitation was coined by Timothy Caulfield, a health law researcher at the University of Alberta. It describes the practice of brands borrowing the language of emerging areas of science to market unproven products. Now, let's break down the first tactic brands use, which I like to call jam packed ingredient lists. The formula is simple. Manufacturers often take a trendy, buzzy ingredients and include it in a trace concentration. For instance, a moisturizer might brag about having vitamin C, but only contain 0.2%, a level far below the minimum effective dose. Obviously, most scientific looking lists don't say much about the quality or quantity of each ingredient, nor how it interacts with other ingredients or its stability, all of which affects efficacy. Tactic number two, it is vague vocabulary. Brands often hide in the safe zone of zero proof by using what I call vague vocabulary. Words like supports, boosts, promotes, aids, optimizes are marketing goal because they have no quantifiable definition. Take a look at the legal loophole. Companies implied a product works on the front label, but then add a tiny disclaimer on the back stating it's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. It is a classic case of implied efficacy without legal accountability. Furthermore, we need to talk about the questionable studies. Brands love to pad their websites with links to research, but if you look closer, there's often a massive leap in logic. They might cite a study on sales behavior in a petri dish and claim their product cures human acne overnight. As experts point out, these studies are often cherry picked, poorly designed, or completely unrelated to the actual product being sold. So, how can you assess claims? The Federal Trade Commission recommends doing a search for the name of the products online. plus the word review, complaint, or scam. You can also check to see what respected professional associations or major public health organizations like the National Institutes of Health or CDC say about a specific product, protocol, or ingredient. To wrap things up, remember these quotes from Dr. Clark. If a product was indeed a cure-all, every medical organization would be rushing to endorse it. Anything that sounds too good to be true is probably too good to be true. Stop looking for miracles on the shelf and start looking for the scientific consensus. That is the end of this video. Goodbye. See you.